Hello everyone, this is DDOHR1 here, and I have a very special video for you today. So today we're going to be taking a look at my absolute army of a plague doctor collection. Now you might be wondering, Donovan, why do you have so many? In fact, none of these are the original one that I used in my display this year. So basically, I know some people, and know places, people, all that stuff, and Home Depot is headquartered about an hour away from me, maybe an hour 20. And so there's some opportunities that I've found, and through that, I have a lot of plague doctors here. And it's really surprising to me because I went to at least 10 Home Depot locations this year, driving all around, and especially like 3 weeks before Halloween, that territory, no stores had this guy. Like all of the plague doctors are just gone. And, I believe he was available online for a bit, but if you went to your store, even like 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks before Halloween, if they had everything else, they didn't have this. And there was like one other thing that sold really fast, sold out. Like Jack of Spades sold out pretty well, and a couple others. But this guy, there was a several week span before Halloween where you couldn't really find one. So I was very surprised to get the opportunity to get all of these fairly recently. And obviously, I don't have a need for all of them. There's actually one more of them that I've already put back in the box because I opened all of them to test them and make sure everything was in there, etc. So from what you see here, there's 6, but there's a 7th one in the room in a box, and then there's my personal one in storage, which is an 8th. And I've already sold one to a friend, which was 9. So there have been a total of 9 plague doctors in this house, which is just absolutely insane. And I have a couple other items as well, like I have a skull stack and a pumpkin stack. And it's like, well, Donovan, what are you going to do with all these things? Well, I obviously don't need an army of plague doctors for my Halloween display. It would look really cool, especially since they all have the constant light and flickering lantern stuff going on when they're in sensor mode. It would look really awesome. But it's a little bit impractical, and I would rather have more displays have one plague doctor than just mine having 7 of them. So therefore, I'm going to be selling all these guys. And depending on where you live, shipping might be a little high because it is you can actually look at one of the boxes here, a 35-pound box. Now, it's not actually that large of a box considering the size of the item, but it is 35 pounds. When you add it all up, it can be somewhat notable of a cost, but ignoring the shipping, I'm going to be selling these for pretty much below retail. I'm going to be selling them for a really good price. I think retail is $230. I could be remembering wrong, but like $220 maybe. Wow, there goes my voice. $220, maybe $225 would be the max I would plan to be listing these for. And it'll depend on the specific one. All of these have been tested and are fully working. This one right here has already been sold, and I'm dropping it off to someone tomorrow. Then you have these 4 that are still available. This 5th one here, well, there are 5 available because I have one that is already put back in the box, really nice. And it would be really awesome to have it in this picture, but I don't know, I just got in there really nice and taped it all up. So you can imagine there's another one here. So there will be 5 of them that I will be listing. I already have 2 of them listed on Marketplace and 1 of them on eBay. This one, though, unfortunately came with a few missing parts, which was unfortunate. So I will be, I guess, contacting Pan Asian to see if they have those parts, but if not, I guess I'll be parting him out. I've heard stories of like on Halloween, someone's plague doctor got, shoved over by trick-or-treaters, or they got scared by the jump scare or something, and it led to him falling over, being punched even, and then he has broken parts. Well, this might be a rare opportunity for you to make yours fully functional and complete once again. Um, so he's missing his satchel and he's missing two of the parts for his staff, which is unfortunate. So he has the top part, he has the hand with the middle part, but the bottom two are missing. But this item is honestly one of my favorite pieces for 2024. A lot of people like to focus on the SVI servo pieces because of the advanced blinking and stuff, and I don't want to negate that at all because that is really impressive technology in the right direction for sure, because we haven't seen blinking in like 10 years on items, generally speaking, let alone multi-axis blinking and double eyelid movement and stuff. But those things have terrible clothes. The SVI pieces, for the most part, have really bad clothing. Not only are they cheap clothes, they're lined with the hospital gown material that will disintegrate in hot conditions, maybe even if it gets wet or something. Just really bad clothes overall. So while they have the really nice heads and programming, um, sometimes the blow molded hands and especially the clothes are just really lackluster. But Pan Asian Creations of all companies has made this guy, which is an absolute unit of a piece. And I mean, just everything about it is really great. It actually has injection molded plastic head, which is really awesome. So it's not blow mold. It has um, a mostly injection plastic staff, except for this middle piece that's blow mold. With the costume is stellar. It has like synthetic leather here on the whole hat and the belt. The nylon it does use is a very thick nylon. There's like a swimsuit kind of material lining the pant area, like in the inside of a male swimsuit, I guess I should specify. Um, and it's just really good quality clothing. The audio is really cool. It's a little compressed, but it honestly adds to the vibe because he's speaking through a plague doctor mask. The phrases are well written. The voice acting is really good. There's a constant lights only mode, but when it's on sensor, it also has the lights on constant. And it has a really well programmed flickering effect in the lanterns. Some flickering lanterns look really cheesy or fake when the way they're programmed. These are programmed very well. And I love that it's constantly doing that as you approach. So you might just think, oh, it's just a light up statue, but then he comes to life. So that's a really nice added effect there. And he has a ton of motors. He has a motor for his head, for this arm, and for this arm, and the body turn. So there's actually so many motors in this guy. He's actually got some weight to him. He's a really well-made piece. And I love the jump scare of the staff lunging forward. It's just a really creative, clever idea, and people don't expect it. They just think he's going to move around and talk. Because usually with the jump scare things these days, it'll jump out at you and then it starts retracting. But this is part of a whole sequence, and the retracting is pretty quick, and he actually does two jump scares in one animation sequence. On top of that, the base actually, I don't know how it took the industry this freaking long to figure it out. It comes in half, so you can actually put him in that smaller box. The shoes are really nice full sculpted boots, and he has square poles that are very heavy duty. The torso for this thing is super heavy in particular. Um, but yeah, it's just a really awesome piece, and I'm really glad to have one of my own. And for all the ones I'll be listing, I'll be taking specific photos, maybe not of the boxes. The boxes could range from brand new condition to beat around the bush a bit, but should be functional enough to store him. But some of them, as you can see, some of them are built a little different. Like some of those are their heads angled down to look at you, whereas this one is looking straight forward, which is just kind of a preference thing, because since he's so high up, it's like, is he proud and tall, or is he just pitying you and looking down at you since you're so short in comparison? But yeah, I just wanted to film a video of this because it's so awesome. Unfortunately, I can't activate all of them at once because um, I haven't opened two of them's packs with the adapter. Those are still sealed, and then also there's no room. Like there could be room in this space, but um, with the body turn and both arms moving, they would get snagged on each other over and over again. So for that reason, I won't be activating all of them at once. There is a video I posted, however, of two going at the same time. And one more thing that I forgot to mention about this guy, it says he's indoor covered porch. He actually has an outdoor rated control box. It has a screw-on adapter. It has a little rubber cover for the toggle switch, and there's even lights to show which mode it is in I guess the dark. So I guess it's a coin toss if you could leave him outside, but I'm kind of leaning towards yes. So that is pretty awesome as well. All in all, this is just a really solid piece, especially for the price of, I think it was $230, like I said. I mean, you really can't go wrong with it. For modern standards, I mean, this should be, like, if this was the standard for quality, it would be great. It's like, imagine you took the SVI audio quality and animations, and you applied this kind of costuming and voice acting and writing, and I think you would have a really solid character. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys all these since I will be listing them. I also plan to be selling the skull stack and a pumpkin stack, and I also have the 12-foot levitating reaper. Those three I prefer to sell locally, local pickup, just because they're so big. But if you're willing to pay the shipping, I guess I could do that. And all of these I've opened and checked to make sure that they are complete. They may not have cotter pens or something, but I have no cotter pens in any of these actually, so they really don't need them. But yeah, that's about it for this. There's not much else to say. I've talked a long time. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. This one is sold, but all the others are available. So if something in particular speaks to you, like if you really like how upright this one is, or you like that this one's looking down more, you can comment. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time.